Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we're going to be doing the quest Eel Be Damned. Frithrik is a man in need of a friend and fish. Hello there. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. You must be here to join the Facet of fishing, yes? Oh goodness, that was awfully presumptuous of me. We've had so few applicants recently, I got rather carried away. The fishers of the mean and surrounding villages have made me their representative, you see, although I soon discovered the post to be a little more bothersome than I was expecting. I'd much rather be reeling in fish than scrolling numbers in a ledger, but such is life. It's my responsibility to ensure that the citizens have a steady supply of fresh water and saltwater foodstuffs, which is not a task to be taken lightly. I see while we're able to produce fruits and vegetables within the Crystarium, fish are a little harder to procure. The trouble is we tend to eat the same things, day in, day out, so I've been researching other species that can be used to supplement our diets. In fact, I'll be sharing my latest findings with the other members. Would you care to join me? Excellent, I'll meet you in Solon. Look out for fishers casting their lines. There's nothing quite like a hook in the eye to ruin your day. No, that sounds absolutely horrible. And I mean absolutely horrible. Come on. Not the gentlest of landings, but landing it was indeed. Isn't this wonderful? I never tire of gazing across the source. Did you know that most of the fish eaten in the Crystarium come from these waters? Unfortunately, my newfound duties prevent me from coming here as often as I'd like. Do my eyes deceive me? Could it be that our illustrious leader has found the time in his busy schedule to pay us a visit? No doubt he'll have more of his words of wisdom to impart. I only wish to diversify the types of fish delivered to the Crystarium, and for that I need your cooperation, as we discussed before. Diversify? Are you saying our catches aren't good enough? I've been earning a living here since you were but a cub, so don't tell me how to do my job. As for you, I'd advise giving this one a wide berth before he starts filling your head with all sorts of nonsense. He wouldn't even be in charge of more for that one spell of good luck. There are dozens of honest fishers better suited to the position. None of them would waste their time on wild theories and myths. You'd have us risking our necks in some wretched hellhole trying to catch a species that, for all we know, might not even exist. We're already providing the people of the Crystarium with all the fish they need, so why change things? Listen, Frithrik, the best thing you can do is sail of our way. Why don't you go back to your books while we get on with some real work? Sorry you had to see that. It seems that Merville is in no mood to hear my proposal. Perhaps you'd be more receptive to my ideas? There's something I'd like to show you, if you're interested. Very relieved, to be honest. I don't think my heart could bear any more rejection. Anyway, I'll meet you at the Cabinet of Curiosity. This couldn't have been an email? Like, seriously. I mean, email is not necessarily the right word, but I mean, this certainly could have been just discussed over Link Pearl or something. One thing I enjoy more than fishing is getting engrossed in a good book. Come to think of it, that's partly the reason why I became a representative for the Facet of fishing in the first place. You see, I discovered some long-forgotten methods for increasing the average yield per fisher. I put these techniques to the test, and they were even more effective than I could have dreamed. One thing I hadn't taken into account, however, is that the person with the highest number of catches is put in charge of the following season. As fate would have it, that turned out to be me. I soon found my new role as to be a proverbial poison chalice, and the more experienced members rejected my every suggestion, no matter how minor. I can understand the desire to maintain the status quo, but I'm afraid that is actually the cause of a much larger problem facing our people. Citizens young and old throughout the Crystalline are suffering from a range of potentially serious illnesses. Thankfully, most of them don't appear to be contagious, though that merely serves to deepen the mystery of how they are contracted to begin with. After a considerable amount of research, I came to the conclusion that poor diet is to blame in many cases. People around here tend to eat what they want, when they want, which leads to them missing vital nutrients contained in the less appetizing dishes. In other words, these conditions can be cured simply by consuming the right kinds of food. For example, eating Eighteyes Eels is apparently the ideal treatment for the condition known as shadow blindness. Many people lack the ability to see well in the dark, which was until recently believed to have been caused by the unrelenting glare resulting from the flood. It seems to have been a common problem long before that. This is just one of many afflictions mentioned in the ancient tomes. Most centuries have a list of possible treatments, many including the names of certain fish. I intend to catch these and distribute them throughout the Crystarium. Of course, there'll never be enough for everyone unless the rest of the Facet cooperates. If only they'd listen to me. To tell the truth, I feel like you're the only one who sees my side of the argument. If you're anything like the others, you'd have told me to go away by now. Would you be willing to aid in my endeavors? Yeah, why not? You would? I don't know what to say. Perhaps I should start by making you an honorary member of the Facet of Fishing and giving you an assignment. To make it official, you'll receive payment for any orders successfully fulfilled. One thing we're not short on is coin, I assure you. Before we can begin, I need to get the necessary paperwork in order. Just meet back at the meeting. I'll try to have everything ready before you arrive. Oh yay, paperwork. The most dreaded part of any job. What else is probably one of the most important parts of every job, unfortunately, too. No, all the traveling teachers have been taken care of, you're ready to fulfill your first order. Remember the Eighteyes Eels I mentioned earlier? Well, as it turns out, there are a few shadow blindness patients who could benefit from adding these blood-sucking nightmarish creatures to their diet. That's where you come in. I'd like you to catch as many of these as you can. Not only will the eels themselves attempt to latch onto your flesh and drain you of your bodily fluids, the area surrounding the lake they inhabit is full of deadly predators. Naturally, they'll try to eat you as well. We fishers normally aim to have safety in numbers, but you'll be alone, I'm afraid. But I'm sure someone like you will be perfectly fine. Or though, you'll be risking life and limb. Those poor souls who struggle to see well in the dark will be overjoyed. Many fishes avoid waters known to contain the Eighteyes Eels, like the Rift of Sighs, but the nutritional benefits they offer are worth the risk. By that I mean the risk of them cutting holes in your flesh and drinking your blood.